I stared at the numbers on the taxi meter in a daze. Then I opened my wallet to check. When I realized I didn't have enough to pay, I knew I was about to disappoint the driver. At a red light up ahead, I forced myself to push the door open and run. The driver immediately chased after me, and I kept running while apologizing over and over. We raced through the streets, all the way into the subway station. Just as the train doors were about to close, I squeezed myself inside at the last second, but my device got stuck outside the door, and it slipped away onto the platform. Losing it made my heart sink, because selling that device would have covered a month of our expenses. When I walked out of the subway, it suddenly started pouring. I called my wife in a mess and told her I couldn't make it home, but she told me she was planning to leave with our son. Her words hit me like a bolt out of the blue. I sprinted home as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the place was already empty. My heart felt hollow, just like the empty closet inside the house. At that moment, the phone started ringing. I rushed over to answer it, thinking it might be my wife, but it turned out to be the HR manager. He asked me to come for an interview the morning after tomorrow. That call brought a faint light into my bleak life. The next day I went to find my wife hoping to save our marriage, but she refused to even talk to me and said she couldn't live like this anymore. She wanted to chase her own happiness. I knew our relationship couldn't be fixed, but all I wanted now was to bring my son back. He was the only strength keeping me going. So I waited outside the kindergarten at noon, and when school ended I picked him up myself. But the bad luck didn't stop. As soon as I finished making dinner that night, there was a knock at the door. It was the landlord coming to collect rent. I had been behind for 3 months. When he saw I still had no money, he told me to move out the next day. I begged him for a little more time, and he finally gave me 1 more week, on the condition that I repaint his room. I agreed. I didn't want my son to lose the home he was used to, but things got even worse. While I was repainting the wall, the police suddenly showed up, because I had a pile of unpaid tickets, and they needed to be paid off all at once. But I didn't have the money, so I had to stay there overnight, until the bank could verify my assets the next morning. I was on the verge of breaking down. My son was home waiting for me, and I had an important interview the next morning. Yet I was stuck in that place. I had no choice but to call my wife, quietly asking her to take care of our son, and send him to school in the morning. But when she said she wanted to take him out to play, I panicked. I was afraid she would disappear with him. He was the only thing giving me the will to live. The next morning, once the verification was done, I didn't even have time to change my clothes. I just ran toward the company as fast as I could.